Hey guys, Blade here, and today's video is about the Solar Titan build, which will help you to go through the Edge of Fate campaign. I am using this solo in Legendary campaign, minus I think 150 under light, I don't know, or maybe 100 under light it is. So this build is working wonders, so really strong. You need a Caprice Horn class item, exotic helmet for this Solar Titan build. So this exotic states that when you scorch targets or when you use your class ability, your barricade, Titan barricade, you envelop target in sunspots. So with Ember of Singeing and Bright artifact mods, you can have constant ignitions, immediate ignite the target. So really solid build. So you need maximum class and weapon stats for this build, so you can have more class ability energy uptime and maximum weapon damage. So this build main focus is on your class ability and your weapons, and the third perk you need to use is the strength. So this is the simple gameplay loop of this build. You use your class ability and then deal weapon damage, step in the sunspot to get restoration. This build, in my opinion, is top 3 Solar Titan builds this season. On weapons, I recommend using Lord of Wolves, and here, instead of the call, if you have the new rocket assisted pulse rifle, use it for the barrier champions with slice perk. So heavy weapon is your choice. You can use machine guns, or you can also use thorn cleaver or false idols. But here I am using energy transfer and flash counter sword because I love to use swords on my Titan. So let's talk about the armor mods. First, we have here harmonic siphon to generate orbs of power to work for our fonts. Special ammo finder and heavy ammo finder, really good to have. Or here, instead of heavy ammo finder, you can also use a super font, so you can generate your super faster. And on your hands, use at least one melee font, and also use, if you can manage, try to use the grenade font or another melee font here. Try to keep your melee near 70 is good, but if you have 100 it is even better. One heavy-handed for overpower. And on your plate, I recommend using solar resistance and void resistance because we are fighting Vex in legendary campaign, so that's why I am using these two mods. Solar ammo generation for the more ammo for both of our special and heavy weapon. And on your legs, you should be using weapons font, but if you have your weapon stats up to 150 or 200, switch to the solar weapon surge, and harmonic scavenger is must have, so you can use so that you can pick up more solar ammo. That's it. And for the your class item, you need to use time dilation for fonts and empowered finish. So these three mods are must have for your class item, or you can also use, instead of time dilation, you can also use this mod right here, the class font, so you can have more class ability overshield when you cast your barricade. So this build has like two play styles. If you want more weapon damage, you can go for mobility, but if you want more survivability on this build, I think going for 200 plus stat is really solid, because whenever you cast your barricade, you're also getting void over shield. So this thing is really insane. So but I recommend using 100 um class stats and 200 weapon stats. And fonts are really solid in Edge of Fate because you can use these font mods to boost your stats up to the desired stat rolls you need for every build. And let's talk about the fragments. Consecration on solar got a buff, so I think it is really good to use for 5 fragment slots. The first fragment, which is really important, is class Ember of Singeing to get our class ability back faster. The second one is Solace. You can switch Solace to anything other you want, but I prefer Solace for longer duration. And Ashes is also a really good part of this build because with Ember of Ashes, whenever you use your class ability, it immediately ignite the targets. So really solid, makes your class ability like a consecration, I think a better consecration. And the fourth one is Ember of Empyrean. So whenever you kill something with your abilities or solar weapon, you get you extend your duration of radiant and solar effects, restoration effects. And the last one is Ember of Torches, which is really solid, and we get it now with the third consecration aspect. So Ember of Torches make you radiant, so this build has really solid weapon surge. It gives you radiant, and it has really good defensive capabilities. On artifact perks, you need all the solar ones, like here the Radiant Sharpnel. From here you can use the Elemental Days or Captured. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you can use this one. And from here we have Elemental Benevolence and Fever and Chill. These two are really solid. Anti-barrier Scout for your new scout rifle that everyone will be using, and these two are good to have with this build. So the weapons, I love to use Lord of Wolves with Eternity's Edge, but you can use Throne Cleaver, you can use False Idols, you can use Specialist, any solar weapon you want to use, you can use them. But I think that this setup is the best on this specific build. So let's jump into the legendary campaign, and you can see how well this build performs. I just did the campaign, this mission of the campaign, and I think the combatant power was 200, so I was like minus 150 under light. I don't know it really, but I think that I was minus 150 under light or 160. So this build performs really solid. I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. Have a nice day, Titans, and I will be uploading more videos. I have Wishful Ignorance, and there's a lot to cover with this new changes to the armor set. So have a nice day. Goodbye, Titans.
When was the Golden Age?
It ended centuries ago. There's reason to suspect the Ionian ancestors arrived before it began. Imagine watching the world end from the edge of the system.
What world?
Earth.
When?
What do you mean, when?
I mean, what do you mean the world ended?
There is no way you don't know.
Stop.